It's not how the world works. No. What's wrong with you goddamn people? What the fuck's happening to everybody? I don't understand. So, day number 71 of living in this Twilight Zone meets Black Mirror episode. This nightmare that we've been stuck in, that we're going to be stuck in. Hopefully some crazy thing will happen to interrupt it all. But anyways, I wanted to talk about a video that Law and Crime Network put out about the conspiracy theories that people have about the LA fires. And of course, I was kind of upset by the topic in general. There's all these crazy conspiracies that really unstable-minded people are talking about, and everybody's mindsets right now, they're just so concerning. Especially because the whole clickbaity thing was, oh, it was P. Diddy. P. Diddy did it. And I'm like, seriously? You know damn well people are gonna believe every little thing, and not only that, but they have selective hearing. They're gonna pick and choose the clips that they want, and they're gonna spread it like wildfire, and it's only gonna make this world much worse than it already is. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about the comments and the mindsets of society today, of our fellow Americans. That, people are easily gonna pick and choose what to hear, because they have selective hearing these days real bad, and they're just gonna pay attention to the part of you explaining these theories, and they're not gonna even bother recognizing the fact that you're talking about how crazy and untrue they are. And even if they do realize that, they're gonna choose not to care about that, or choose not to hear that part. So it's damaging all around either way, and I just felt like, it's kind of uneasy just watching it, because I'm like, yikes, this is doing more damage than anything. Why even bother explaining the conspiracy theories? And it's mind-blowing. It's like a parallel universe that we're living in today, that we have to worry about things like that sound so ridiculous being damaging. I mean, where have we progressed to? But anyways, so I clicked on the comment section, and inevitably it was very alarming, very concerning. Nightmare fuel. I mean, it was scary. Because the worst part about all these crazy things that people had to say is that they truly believe in the nonsense that they're spewing out. At one point, they even threw in there like an Alex Jones, I don't know, tweet, or I don't know what they're called these days. I'm sorry, it was something that Alex Jones said. And of course, it was absolutely insane. I mean, I truly feel like Alex Jones needs to be put down like a dog.
We're gonna beat these people. I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight. These people hate our children.
For his own sake too, good God. People were actually like, yeah, Alex Jones is right. And I'm like, are you fucking serious, man?
We're not gonna have Pepsi with baby flavoring in it.
Are you joking?
If I didn't have a liberal from New York in the bathroom, I couldn't wipe my ass.
No, he's like, as if any part of his life is a great example.
You think I'm a coward like you?
Of him being a good source of anything. Even his own opinions are not the wisest, And I'm not even trying to sound like uppity. I mean, seriously, you guys? You're that bored? So I did my due diligence. I don't know if that applies to that, and I went and I was bringing awareness. I was bringing awareness to people. I was like, no, it's just the Santa Ana winds. They happen every year. They do cause fires every year. Obviously, this is a more extreme case, but that's because, and clearly in our recent past, or very, very recent past, that weather has been extreme. We've had hurricanes, like worse hurricanes than usual, and it's not the craziest thing that we had stronger winds, which created more fires because of all the dryness in that part of California, or in California in general. But and everybody's like, oh well, the insurance companies, it's the government, it's Russian drones, and I'm like, how have you not progressed enough to realize that part of the business is there are people like wildfire behavioral specialists, there are environmental scientists, there are climatologists, there are all kinds of experts that these insurance companies look to see, what are the odds of the fires and stuff this year. And so they, just like the same way you watch the weather and you say, oh, it's going to be sunny on Friday, it's the same thing. They're like, oh, it's going to be a worse year than usual, we better back out before we have to pay a lot or whatever. It's not the most complex thing. But anyway, so somebody wrote, hi from the UK, how's about Russian drones? Arson by Russian drones. Sounds fantastic to believe, but what would you think if it was possible for Russia to have used drones with thermite bombs, eh? And I wrote, no, it was just winds and the dryness of the area. The Santa Ana winds cause fires every single year. I mean, obviously this year was really extreme, but by the insurance companies backing out early, it was definitely a possibility. And then I go on to explain that there are many professionals that do the math to give a heads up about things like this, like wildfire behavior specialists, climatologists, environmental scientists. I mean, that's part of the insurance business. They go to them and they see what the odds are of what's going to damage their company, and then I mean, it's shady, it's messed up, but that's how insurance works. But I wrote, nothing as crazy as everyone would like for it to be. And then somebody wrote to me specifically, you know nothing. You come on here and you act like you're the one who went and researched all this, when in reality you're just regurgitating what you were told. I wrote, yes, you are correct. I did research to make sure that what I had already thought was correct before I spoke up. Just like normal, sane, and stable-minded people used to do back when they existed. I can be told plenty. I have enough sense and knowledge to come to an accurate conclusion. Not everything is this complex, sketchy, secret sci-fi drama movie. And I wrote, it's pretty wild to me that you feel that something as simple as weather is something that an average person isn't able to understand, as if it's such an advanced or cryptic topic. And as someone who was born and raised in that area, I am not suggesting to you, I am not expressing my views or opinions, I am not spouting out possibilities, I am confidently informing you that what I've said is correct. You won't find anything outside of what I've said to be true. But if you're the type that likes a challenge, then by all means, prove to me otherwise. But in the meantime, I'm sorry that it's boring, I'm sorry that it is too advanced for you, and I'm sorry that I'm not trying to combat you or say negative things about you. I'm not trying to make you feel dumb, because uh, even that seems to be more valuable to you. But for this instance, at least, we're going to have to accept the tragic disaster for what it is. It was. It's as simple as that. No harm, no foul. I mean, what's the deal? Like, it's so crazy to me that people, and there were so many people. I mean, there was a lot of people opposing me and saying, "Oh, you don't know anything," or it's like I don't need to know. I don't need to know. I don't need to have personal ties to any networks of like the government or anything to know that this was the truth. It's not like that. That's not how the world works. That it's no. What's wrong with you goddamn people? What the fuck's happening to everybody? I don't understand. It's too much. It's too much. And yeah, and I just think it's crazy. I mean, it is very, very concerning, because there was probably only two people out of like, I don't know, let's just say 100. They said, I know the answer, it was wind or something. And I was like, thank you. Oh my God. More shocking to me to see somebody with sense than somebody without any sense. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Why is this happening? What's wrong with you guys? You guys, everything is not like that. Everything. And then people are talking shit on Governor Newsom and bringing all this stuff. You guys are politicizing way too much. Way too much. I mean, I'm sorry, you guys are brainwashed. It sucks, because I know that you guys genuinely feel like you're not crazy, or that this, because even the president himself said this, and I know that it must be very hard for you to wrap your head around the fact that why would somebody like the president say this then, or whatever? But he's not he's not very qualified to be president. I actually I read a very, very brilliant comment today, and it said, I never really felt like politicians should be the president. I feel like scientists should be the president of the United States. And I thought, that's fucking brilliant, man. That, because I mean, the way that things have been going, even in the past few, I don't know, I was thinking about Bush, but that's not a bad idea. I mean, it's almost to the point where we kind of have to, because how many lives have been lost due to our president being just anybody? And how embarrassing is it on the world stage that when we're on the world stage, like, that we have a 34 count convicted felon running our goddamn country. And I mean, there's so many things. There's just, and now Elon's trying to buy all these other countries, and the other countries are like, nah, dog. I don't know what the hell's gone into you guys, but no, we're not gonna have that. So I thought that was a very brilliant explorer comment, 2 cents, because things are gonna have to go that way before we know it. You know, it's like, what do I have to do to make that happen? Because I feel very strongly, you know, if anybody's doing us any good, it truly is Jasmine Crockett. She has the balls to speak up. She has the brains to speak up. She's got the facts to speak. She does her homework. She, man, she tells it like it is. She knows when to be kind of goofy. She knows when to be serious. That's shockingly to say. That's actually rare these days, which is mind blowing and sad. I think that, honestly, I think she should even be running this country more, far more than any of the people that are. I don't know, but I wish I would have saved my money and just moved out of this country, because I really can't handle it. It's just too much for me. It's just too damn much for me. I can't stand all the negativity, all the name call, just the whole, well, you're trash and I'm this, and just because you this, it's awful. It's so unpleasant. It's the most unattractive thing in the universe. It's petty. It's all kinds of things that people strive not to be. So I was trying to simply bring awareness. And it's funny how not being combative, or not being basically the lack of name calling in a comment, makes people hate you, I've noticed. I lately have been getting more and more just sick, like almost physically sick. The negative, just the whole like, oh yeah, well, you're this and not, you're trash, and it's just like, god damn, it's like feeling more harshly rotten the more I hear it, the more I see it. I mean, it was already unpleasant to begin with, but it's even more, it's getting to me more and more now for some reason. Like, never have insults and just negativity have been more, I guess, damaging till now. Damaging, and then just pleasant all around. I can't even think of the right word.